From NBT Bank Field at Ted Testa Park in Cortlandville, New York, this is the Cortland Standard's live coverage of Crown City Little League. Today, it's Game 1 of the Majors playoffs between the Mets and the Mariners. The Mets undefeated coming into this game with a record of 13-0. The Mariners at 1-12. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Mets really had to earn their last win of the season against these Mariners on Wednesday, 13-12, and they were up 13-10 going to the bottom of the sixth, and the Mariners almost pulled off the comeback and nearly spoiled the Mets' perfect season. But the Mets 13-0, Owen Mulcahy firing the first pitch, and it is just high for ball one to Evan Rogoff, and we're underway. The Mariners last year, although this is a different squad almost entirely, as that swung I missed for strike one. The Mariners last year also finished in last place, but ran the table in the playoffs to become Crown City League champions. Will we see a similar feat this year? We'll find out, as it's 2-1. The Mariners' only victory was in their second game of the year, a 7-2 win over Homer Blue. So they are 0-9 against Crown City Little League teams. Rogoff swings and misses, and it's 2-2 to the Mariners' leadoff hitter. Swing and a miss, strike three, and the leadoff batter is retired for the Mariners. And we'll see just how many strikeouts Mets pitchers can rack up today. That's been their specialty. Dominating pitching, of course, and then some of the best offense, including the young man who's behind the plate right now, Cal Albright. 0-1 the count to Dakota Hubbard, who's getting the start on the mound today for the Mariners. So the battle of the pitchers right now, and the 0-1 is slapped the other way and through into right field for a base hit. So the Mariners get a one-out base runner. And the batter will be Quentin Van D. Second game of the playoffs between the Giants and the Indians gets underway at 3:30 today over at KeyBank Field behind us. Here's a throw down to second, and not in time. It's a stolen base for Hubbard, as the pitch was a ball, and it's 1-0. Runner in scoring position for the Mariners rather. This is fouled off, and that'll count even the count of one. A little hard when both teams start with the letter M, and can't exactly fit Mariners in my score bug that I designed, as you can see on the screen. I had to go with M's. This is chopped up the middle. Mulcahy will go to first for the out, and up to third goes Hubbard. So runner 60 feet away for the I can't do it for the Mariners with two down. And it'll be up to Brennan Poole to try and bring him in. And Poole fouls that one into the mitt of Albright for strike one. Inside corner, just inside a little bit. 1-1. Minors and rookie division playoffs also going on today, getting started here at Ted Testa Park. Popped up, but that'll get down in front of the Mariners dugout, and the count will be 1-2. So again, the Mets beating the Mariners only 13-12 in the regular season finale on Wednesday. Mariners looking to repeat as league champions in worst to first fashion for the second straight year. Good backhand pick by Albright, and that's hard when you're a left-handed catcher. 2-2 the count, the pitch. Pop foul over the screen on top of the snack shack, still 2-2. Graydon Youngins is on deck. Okay, looking for a put-away pitch here. Here it is. Brushes him back, and the count will be full. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, give you more ways to get out of the inning. But it's a swing and a miss, strike three, second strikeout of the inning for Mulcahy, and the Mariners leave him in at third. Mariners nothing, Mets coming up. This live stream from the Cortland Standard is brought to you by Arnold's Florist. It's talking about how you already heard me stumble between referring to each team with the Mets and the Mariners, getting confused with all the M's going on. It presents a little bit of a challenge when you're putting together the sports section and you're putting together the Little League agate, because when the Mets and Mariners play each other, I have to, and when I identify each pitch, each batter who hit a double or triple or home run, put their name, then usually in parentheses next to them, it's the first letter of the team. But with the Mets and Mariners, I got to write out the full team names when they play each other. Otherwise, if it were, say, the Mets and the Giants, I would put, I don't know, Albright M or Furs G, etc. But writing up the Mets and Mariners, I got to do Albright Mets or Hubbard Mariners, etc. Here's Tucker Kelly to lead things off, and he takes on the inside corner, strike one. Kelly, Owen Mulcahy, and Cal Albright due up to lead off the top of the first. And Kelly pops this one up. It's behind the catcher, and it drops foul for strike two. This is chopped the other way, and it gets through into right field for a base hit. Tough hop off the lip of the grass for the first baseman, Rogoff. And that'll be a leadoff single for Kelly. That one brushes back Mulcahy for ball one. Warm day, but also very breezy. You can hear it in my microphone. You can see it, especially in Hubbard's jersey. The wind flapping his sleeves. 1-1 the count. A big cut and a miss by Mulcahy. 1-2. And this will be a chopper down the third baseline, but foul. And the count will remain 1-2. So both teams get a single in the first inning. Let's see if the Mets can add on to it. 1-2. Slapped into left field and down for a base hit. Davis picks it up off a hop and fires it into the shortstop. So first and second, nobody out. And now you got to pitch to Cal Albright. Albright had 2 home runs and had 3 home runs in the span of 2 games towards the end of the season. And he takes high, ball one. This is a situation where you got to pitch to him because you can't just load the bases with nobody out. Cole Meeker is no slouch, certainly. He's on deck. This is into right field, carrying, and gone! The wind might have gotten a hold of that one because it wasn't hit the hardest off the bat, but Cal Albright comes through with another big 3-run Johnson, and it is 3-0 Mets. So here is Cole Meeker. And we're just waiting for the ball. Meeker actually played on the Mariners last year in that worst of first run in the playoffs, as that's fouled off for strike one. Now here he is as protection for Cal Albright. Three 3-0 Mets. Obviously, you've seen the power of Cal Albright, but that wasn't his most powerful swing. I think the wind, which is definitely blowing out to right, aided that one a little bit. So a tough break for the Mariners. 2-1. Hopefully the home run hasn't shaken Hubbard too much. Upstairs, 3-1. Cut and miss by Meeker, and the count will be 3-2. This is slapped and underneath the shortstop's glove into left center field for a base hit. Logan Topman tried to make the backhand pick, but it is the 4th consecutive hit to lead off the inning for the Mets. So here's Mark Ecker as he checks his swing, holds up, and the pitch goes to the backstop, and up to second goes Meeker. Fouled away, and the count will be even at 1. Oh, that looked like a good pitch, but it'll be 2-1. And when you're Hubbard, you need those calls. 3-1. Inside corner, strike 2. Well, Ecker turned away from it, thinking it was going to hit him, and it caught the inside corner. Payoff pitch. Chopped right back to the pitcher. Throw to first is in time. Throw to third is in time to get him. They got the tag.
Did he drop it?
Or no, they ruled he was safe. They ruled he dropped the ball at third, or just gonna. Now Ben Albright's gonna try and fix the base for Meeker. They initially ruled him out, but the third baseman didn't hang on to the ball, so it's just a G1 that advances Meeker to third. And here is Bryce Rorick, who and it's strike 1 to Rorick. Inside, ball 1. Bounces away from the catcher. 2-1, but no advance by Meeker. 3-1.
Take a second. Reset. Take a breath. Come on, man. You got this. Let's go. Fire strike.
Ball 4. Umpire certainly not doing Hubbard any favors. A couple of really close calls have gone the Mets' way in terms of balls and strikes. So it's first and third, 1 out. Double play in order anyways, with Landon West coming to the plate. Conference at the mound right now for the Mariners. So Hubbard's had his pep talk. Let's see what he can do with West. This wind is crazy. Blowing all my papers around. Throw down to second, now throw to third. Safe! Wow. Another tough call for the Mariners. I thought Meeker was toast, but instead stolen base for Rorick. And now 1-1 count. 2-1. Two runners in scoring position. 3-1. These calls are not doing Hubbard any favors. It's feel like the Mets should be out of the inning by now. Or the Mariners should be out of the inning right now. There's a strike, 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Hubbard gets West on strikes. 2 down for Matt Fowler. High for ball 1. Popped up into foul ground, but that'll get down. And the count will be 1-1. Brushes him back a little bit, and it's 2-1. 36 pitches in the inning for Hubbard. This is slapped to the left side and through the shortstop for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes another, and it's 5-0. And the throw to the pitcher is offline, and taking second on the play is Fowler. Wild pitch on a swing and a miss, and up to third goes Fowler. Pop foul and out of play, and the count will be 0-2. This is grounded to the left side. Third baseman's got it. Throw to first is offline. The run scores. Up to second goes Barnes, and he will get there standing. He had the play beat anyway, so that'll be an infield single, and then the error. So it is 6-0 Mets. That'll bring up Dom Brown. Ball 1. To the backstop on that wild pitch, and up to third goes Barnes. Two and 1 the count on Brown. Brown, the 10th batter of the inning. And he grounds this one, knocked down by Hubbard. He'll throw to first for the out that retires the side, but the Mets strike for 6 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors, and 1 left, and after 1 complete, 6-0 Mets. This live stream from the Cortland Standard is brought to you by Bailey Place Insurance. Top of the second, it'll be Graydon Youngins, Aiden Davis, and Caden Alexander due up for the Mariners. Owen Mulcahy staked to a 6-run lead. Peers in for the sign from Albright, and the pitch to the backstop for ball one. Foul over the screen, nearly over to the other field. And it'll be 1-1. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. 1-2 to Youngins. Affectionately known as Rhino. The 1-2. Fouled off. And we got time called as a ball just got thrown onto the field from on the NBT field from KeyBank Field. All right. 1-2. And inside out swing to the right side. Second baseman having a little trouble. And they got the out anyway. Good recovery at second, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Good job just to fight it off and get it the other way and give yourself a chance. But Youngins is retired, and here is Aiden Davis. Davis takes a big cut and fouls it off for strike one. Just missed for ball one. Low for ball two, 2-1. That's in there for strike two, 2-2. Foul tip into the mitt for strike three. Third strikeout for Mulcahy, and there's two down for Caden Alexander. By the way, Davis, was just retired, had the only extra base hit for the Mariners in that 13-12 slugfest the other day, a double. As that's in there for strike one. 0-1 to Caden. Graydon, Aiden, and Caden all consecutively in the Mariners batting order. Goes up and tries to, I don't know what he would want to do with that one, but it's high and it's swung on a miss for strike two. Popped up, fouling out of play. Count will remain 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the side is retired. 2 more strikeouts in the inning for Mulcahy. He's got 4 total. And after 1.5, it is still 6-0 Mets. This live stream from the Cortland Standard is brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway Heritage Realty. So a new pitcher for the Mariners, and it's going to be James Green. And he will deal with the bottom 3 batters in the Mets order: Tully Westmoreland, Michaela Ross, and Evan Friedman. Just 1 inning of work for Coda Hubbard. Allows 6 runs on 6 hits, strikes out 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Tully Westmoreland.
Be ready to play D. Come on. On your toes.
Up and in, ball 1. Fouled off, and the count will be 1-2.
Looks good. Get in the groove. Let's go. Anna, move in a little bit. Bentley, move in a little.
Sails high for ball 2.
All right, James, here we go. Here we go.
Bounces to the plate, 3-2. Wonder where that came from. Michaela Ross on deck. And that's ball 4.
All right, James, here we go. Take a breath. Reset.
So here's Michaela Ross standing in for the left side. Pitch bounces to the plate. Westmoreland's taking off for second, and the catcher got his feet tangled, and he'll reach. 2-0.
Come on, James, here we go. Reach back, fire a strike. Come on.
That's in there for strike 1. Ross taken all the way there.
All right, you ready? Come on, James.
Down and in, 3-1.
James, don't aim. Reach back, fire the glove. Trust your arm. Come on, bud. That's it. Nice.
3-2. Outside for ball 4, back-to-back walks to begin the inning for the Mets. That'll bring up Evan Friedman. And he pops this one up into shallow left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Being waved around third is Westmoreland. Here's the throw to the plate. He's out. Throw to third. Now they got Ross caught in the hot box. Throw goes to second. Back to third. And she is safe. So the Mets, the Mariners take a run off the board with the strong throw, 8-2, 7-2 rather, as that's upstairs for ball 1 to Tucker Kelly. Friedman gets a single out of it. Ross now at third. Kelly fouls this one off, and the count will be 1-1. Kelly singled and scored his first time up. That just missed ball 2. Taking off for second is Friedman, and he'll get there with the stolen base. That goes through the catcher's wickets, but no advance by the runners as it was a late read. And the count will be 3-1. And that's ball 4. Third walk of the inning. And that'll bring up Owen Mulcahy, who had a triple and a home run in the 13-12 slugfest. And we have another stoppage is at home plate. Brennan Poole is trying to stretch himself out. So here's Owen Mulcahy. He too singled and scored back in the first as that misses for ball 1. Bases filled with Mets, only one out in the inning. Fly ball into medium center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And everybody will move station to station as Ross scores. It's 7-0, and now it's Cal Albright time. Albright with a 3-run home run, his first time up, as he takes outside ball 1. RBI single for Mulcahy moves Friedman to third and Kelly to second. As this is into left field, and this will get down all the way to the fence. 1 run scores. Here comes another. Here comes a third. Mulcahy's on his way to third. The runners kind of queued up pretty quickly together coming home. But it's a bases clearing triple for Cal Albright. And the Mets lead 10-0. And it looks like we're going to have our third pitcher in 2 innings for the Mariners as Aiden Davis is going to take over on the mound. So Albright picks up his 4th, 5th, and 6th RBIs in the first 2 innings. And while Davis warms up, we'll let you know that this live stream from the Cortland Standard is brought to you by Franky's Fix-It Repair Shop. All right, so Cole Meeker to the plate. And he hits this one to the second baseman on to first for the out. Run scores through the back door, Albright. So 1 pitch, and they get 1 out of it. Base is empty now, 2 down, and the score is 11-0 Mets. First pitch to Mark Ecker is popped foul. And the count will be 0-1. Davis threw 50 pitches. As this is bounced off of the second baseman's glove. Wicked hop, and reaching first safely is Ecker. As this field has not been kind to the Mariners' defense today. That's Hubbard, by the way, at second, who made the first good play, but then had the bad hop there. And taking off for second and making it there safely is Ecker. Now he's going to take off for third as the throw goes into center field. Two and 0. Nearly hits him inside, and it's 3-0 to Bryce Rorick. That's in there for strike 1, 3-1. And a walk. I don't know. It looked like it was going to go swimmingly for Davis with that first pitch, but all of a sudden, single, wild pitch, error, walk, first and third. The Mets looking to do even more damage. Here's Landon West, struck out swinging his first time up. That's Rorick's second walk, by the way, and West fouls this one off for strike one. Popped up, and that'll get out of play, and the count will be 0-2. 5 more runs here for the Mets in the top of the bottom of the second after scoring 6 in the bottom of the first. That's outside for ball one, and taking second uncontested is Rorick. So Rorick's having himself a time on the bases, drawn 2 walks and stolen 2 bases. Swing and a miss, throw down to first, and now they got the runner caught in a hot box between third and home, and he's safe. And some visible frustration from Graydon Youngins. Good job by Ben Albright to console him, but that's the third time Youngins has thought he's gotten an out at third, and the umpires ruled the batter safe. Ruled the runner safe, rather. Sometimes just not your day. All right, so the bases are loaded. For Matt Fowler. And Fowler hits this one down the right field line, but foul. And the count will be 0-1. Swing and a miss. Pitch is dropped, but no advance by the runners, and the count will be 0-2. Pitch gets away. Throw to the plate is not in time. Other runners advance, and it's 12-0. So 1-2 the count, second and third, and a swing and a miss, and that'll do it for the bottom of the second. Another 6th spot for the Mets, and it's 12-0 after 2. This live stream from the Cortland Standard is brought to you by Homer Men's and Boys and Women's and Girls Store. James Green, Logan Totman, and Stephen Crotwell due up for the Mariners here in the top of the third. No runs, 1 hit, 3 errors, 1 left for the Mariners. 12 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and 3 left for the Mets. 4 strikeouts through the first 2 innings for Owen Mulcahy. And he misses outside, ball 1. Just nothing seeming to go the Mariners' way in this game. Big cut and a miss, right on it, but timing was off, and it's 1-1 to Green. Strike 2. This is slapped to the left side and through for a base hit. And now gets away from the left fielder, but Green will hold it first with a leadoff single. So here's Logan Totman. Fastball in there for strike 1. Throw down to second is not in time. Or did they rule he left early, so he has to go back to first? Or no, he's out? He's out? He's out. Okay. Didn't see the signal from the infield umpire, but oh, 0-2 the count now. As Green is cut down on the caught stealing. As this is rifled, off of Mulcahy. It ricochets right to the first baseman. Oh. And there's some question about the way the first baseman tagged him, and then now we have to look at Mulcahy and make sure he's okay, because he took that line drive off the leg. So now the umpires are conferring. So now we're going to have Mulcahy throw some warm-up pitches, make sure he's okay. And he's out at first. Wow. Just nothing seems to be going right for the Mariners. So it'll be Stephen Crotwell to bat after all that. Swing and a miss for strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. There's just not much you can say right now. The Mariners feel like they're trying to put together a rally, but you got strikeouts like that, and they can't get any help from the umpires. So we have to go to the bottom of the third, and the Mets lead 12-0. Sorry I didn't update the score already back then. There we go. This live stream from the Cortland Standard is brought to you by Tallmadge Tire. Bottom of the third, it'll be Tommy Barnes, Dom Brown, and Tully Westmoreland due up. First pitch is way outside for ball one from Caden Alexander. So Alexander, the fourth pitcher of the game for the Mariners, who have been frustrated to say the least. Outside for ball two. Brino. Swing and a miss. Bounce that one to the backstop, but got the swing and the miss anyway. 3-1 to Barnes, who singled home a run his first time up. Also got to third before he was stranded there for the final out. Swing and a miss. Strike two, 3-2. Outside, ball 4. So Barnes on base for the second time, and here is Dom Brown, the one batter of the Mets lineup who has not reached base yet, although that was only in he's only had one trip to the plate, so this is his second opportunity. Ground out to the pitcher to end the first. Ball 1. Two and 0. There you go. Hopefully that'll build some confidence for him. 2-1. There's really not much you can say. Mets, Mulcahy's been dominant on the mound. This is grounded to the right side and through for a base hit. Barnes is going to hold at second. So every Mets batter has reached base at least once today, with Brown picking up the single. And that'll bring up Tully Westmoreland. Walked to lead off the second, but was cut down trying to score at home. That's in there for strike 1. Nothing has gone the Mariners' way today. Just ricochet off of Mulcahy to first. After a long conversation with the umpires, he was ruled out. That was Tallmadge who was ruled out. 3 plays at third that could have easily been ruled out. So this has popped up and dropped. Goes into right center field. They'll go to second, and they get the force at second. But in the back door comes Barnes for the out, for the run to make it 13-0. They do get it out at second. I guess that's the price you got to pay to get it out against these Mets. So it's 13-0. No RBI on that play. 1 out. And here's Michaela Ross. And Ross takes up and away, ball 1. So Westmoreland gets credit for a single. Brown is retired 9-6. And Barnes comes in the back door, no RBI. So 13-0. Ross with a 2-0 count. That's in there for strike 1. No advance by the runner. But as I was saying, 3 plays at third base that could have easily been outs. Umpire didn't rule them all safe. One of them definitely should have been an out, in my opinion. Just And then Hubbard especially not getting any favors from the umpire on balls and strikes calls. The Mariners have been trying to get the corners, and they haven't been getting them, and that's ball 4 to Ross. On some of these pitches that I've seen this particular umpire call strikes before. So it's been that kind of day for the Mets, for the Mariners rather, and it's been that kind of day for the announcer screwing up the M's teams. All right, strike 1 to Evan Friedman, who singled and scored in the second inning. And he'll ground this one to the left side and through for a base hit. Everybody goes station to station. Bases loaded, 1 out. Friedman picks up his second hit. And the lineup turns over for Tucker Kelly, who has singled, walked, and scored 2 runs. Tried to power a fastball in there, but it sailed high. Ball 1. Three singles and 2 walks in the inning. 1 out, 1 run home, 13-0. Fouled off, and the count will be 1-1. Little nubber at the plate, and it'll be 1-2. Westmoreland at third, Ross at second, Friedman at first. The winner of this game gets the winner of the Indians-Giants game, which gets underway at 3:30. Popped up on the infield. Infield fly rule should have been called. They'll throw home, and the throw is offline. Is there the infield fly rule in Little League? Because if there is, should have been called there, but another run scores for the Mets, and it's 14-0 as Westmoreland comes home. And here's Owen Mulcahy. Mulcahy 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 runs. Also has an RBI. Bounces to the plate, no advance by the runners, and the count will be 2-0. And now we're going to have a conference at the mound for the Mariners. Whole infield's coming in. I mean, what else can you say to your team in this situation? I've been looking at at the Mariners players. They're visibly frustrated with how this game has progressed, and I don't blame them. But they still got outs to get. Yeah, there's the mercy rule, but it doesn't kick in now. That's a strike, 2-1. Just want to get this over with. Brush yourself off and hope you can make a run from the loser's bracket. As this is grounded to the left side, it's bobbled by the third baseman. Throw to first will not nearly be in time as the run scores.
Steven, nice job knocking that down, buddy. Good job.
And it is 15-0. And here is Cal Albright. Ross scores. RBI for Mulcahy. Up and away for ball one. That one's gone. Knew it off the bat. Grand slam. Second home run of the game for Cal Albright. Wind didn't need to help that one. That is a 10 RBI day for Cal Albright, and that one hits Cole Meeker. The scoreboard at the field says it's 18-0, but I have 19-0, so yeah, it's just been a frustrating day for the Mariners. Can't say I blame them. Brennan Poole is going to take over on the mound. This live stream from the Cortland Standard is brought to you by the United Way. I have to pan it back and forth. My ideal situation is to be directly behind home plate and push this right up against the fence so it's seeing through one of the diamonds. Unfortunately, we have these big red screens. We can't take them down. I wish it were that easy.
Jason, you tuck your shirt in. No, he's been up here since. We're not playing right now. I've been here for like 3 hours. So have I. I've been here since like 12 o'clock. I've been here since 12:30. I've actually been up here till like 11:50. I don't know. I can't remember. My brothers have games. I was actually up here. I was up here till 11.
So Brennan Poole will try to get the last 2 outs of the inning, starting with Mark Ecker. and that's outside for ball one. Ecker's taken off for second, and he gets there safely. Two and oh. This is into left center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Fanning on it is the left fielder. In to score from second is Ecker, and it is 20-0. So here's Bryce Rorick, and he takes strike one. Rorick has walked twice and stolen 2 bases and scored a run. That skips to the backstop. Up to second goes Ecker. This is grounded right back to the pitcher. He'll throw on to first in time. Wide turn at third by Ecker, but he'll get back. And there are 2 down in the inning. So all the outs, all but one of the outs in the game that the Mariners have, all but 2 of the outs that the Mariners have made defensively, as that's in there for strike one to Landon West, have been strikeouts or groundouts to the pitcher. There's also been 1 groundout to second. I'm doing my math entirely wrong. I'm trying to, as this skips to the backstop, Ecker will hold on at third. West is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, but reached on the second strikeout. Trying to get a hit or a walk. As that's low for ball 2, 2-1. Delayed strike call, and it's 2-2. West would not like to have 3 Ks on his record after everything the rest of his team has done. Like to put it in play here. And he does, and it's into right field, and that will be caught by the right fielder for the out that retires the side. But 8 more runs in the inning for the Mets, and they can put a stop to it with 3 more outs here at the top of the 4th, as it's 20-0 Mets after 3. This live stream from the Cortland Standard is brought to you by Valley Self Storage. Hannah Kabiska to lead things off in the top of the fourth as she takes inside ball one. Owen Mulcahy's still out there. Was obviously not affected too much by that line drive off his leg earlier, as that's in there for strike one, 1-1. Inside 2-1. Or is it 3-0? Because I thought we had a strike call, but scoreboard says 3-0, so I'll see what happens on this next pitch. Ball four. Now it's 3-1. Okay, so that was ball three. Ball four. So Kabiska draws a leadoff walk. Second straight inning, the Mariners have gotten the leadoff hitter aboard. Kabiska with the walk, and now here's Bentley Murphy. As that's at the knees for strike one. Fastball swung in there for strike two. 0-2. Just missed outside, ball one. Can certainly say the player of this game will be Cal Albright, who went 3 for 3 with 2 homers, a triple, and 10 RBIs. And a swing and a miss, strike three. One down here in the top of the fourth. If the Mariners don't put together a furious rally here, this is going to be the end of it as the lineup turns over for Evan Rogoff. It has been a tough game. I certainly don't think the Mariners have mailed in their at-bats, certainly, but the frustration of some of these calls they wish they had gotten but hadn't, and obviously some of the prolific bats in the Mets lineup, the frustration just snowballed. It's hard to blame them. These are 10, 11, 12-year-old kids. You can't blame them for getting frustrated. And if there's any bright side to this is a double elimination tournament. They can wash this off and stay alive in the next game. One and two. That's low, ball two. And if you're coaching these kids, I think that's the message you got to preach. Let's wash it off. Let's do it again. Let's put together a win next time. Meanwhile, the Mets are going to go to 14-0, and if they win their next game, they'll be playing for the championship. Ball four. That's the second walk of the inning issued by Mulcahy. So Kabiska up to second, Rogoff at first. Here's Hubbard, who singled and stole second but was stranded at third in the first. And Hubbard takes strike one. Popped up, fouling out of play, and the count will be 0-2. High for ball one, 1-2. Quentin Van D on deck. Fouled straight back. So every Mets batter reached base at least once. The only one who didn't get on base with a hit or a walk was West. Reached on a drop third strike. 2-2. Michaela Ross had 2 walks. And then everybody else had at least 1 hit. Full count. Fouled away. Like I say, the Mariners certainly not giving up offensively. It's just the snowball frustration when they've been on defense that has allowed the Mets to get out to this 20-run lead. Look at this at bat by Hubbard. This is grounded to first, and the play will be just to first as Ecker steps on the bag. Runners advance to second and third. 2 down now. And Quentin Van D will be the batter, but with 65 pitches, they are going to put an end to Owen Mulcahy's time on the mound. He will go to first, and it looks like Mark Ecker will try to get the last out. Our next broadcast is going to be Wednesday at 6 p.m. when we'll have the Mets, we assume, against the winner of the Indians and Giants. And the winner of that game will automatically advance to the championship game, or games, if it has to go that far. The Mariners, assuming the score holds, will face the loser of the Giants and Indians at 6 o'clock. That game also on Wednesday, but we will only have the winner's bracket game for you here on the Cortland Standard YouTube channels. We can only be in one place at once. So it'll be up to Quentin Van D to try and prolong this game. Van D 0 for 1, grounded out to the pitcher back in the first. Kubiska at third, Rogoff at second, 2 down in a 20-0 game. Ecker winds and delivers, and that just misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Good pitch diving out of the zone. And the count will be 1-1. Just below the knees, 2-1. Fouled off. Evens the count at 2, and the Mariners are down to their final strike. Infield playing back, outfield playing back as well, and straight away. Ecker shakes off a couple of signs. 2-2, here it is. High for ball 3. Good eye by Van D. Payoff pitch. Here it is. Pop foul and out of play. So Hubbard and Van D putting together some good at-bats here where their back's up against it. And here comes Coach Albright with a fresh baseball. This is grounded to the right side and through for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes another. It's Rogoff who will get in standing, and the Mariners get on the board. A 2-run single by Quentin Van D on a full count. So here is Brennan Poole. Take strike 1. That is a ball. It gets away from Albright and up to second on the wild pitch goes Van D. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Poole went down on strikes his first time up to end the first, hoping to avoid that fate here. Fouled off. High for ball 2. Ball 3 is Ecker unable to put Poole away here. Gotta trust your stuff here. Gotta throw strikes up 18. Fouled off. Some tough at-bats here by the Mariners. First Hubbard, then Van D, and now Poole. 3-2 once again. Fouled off. If you're the Mariners, you're wondering, where was this earlier in the game, or was Ecker just that good? Not Ecker, Mulcahy that good. And Ecker trying to put Poole away, couldn't put Van D away. And that's ball 4. So the third walk of the inning issued by Mets pitching. And here is Graydon Youngins. Taken for strike 1. Youngins grounded out to second his first time up in the second. Chopped down the first baseline foul. And once again, 2 strikes on what could be the last Mariners hitter. Ecker gave up a single to Van D on a 3-2 count, walked Poole on a 3-2 count. What's he got for Youngins on 0-2? Chopper barehanded! Wow! It's just been that kind of day for the Mariners as Mark Ecker with the fantastic finish, the barehanded snag on the mound on the comebacker. And this game ends in 3.5 innings with the Mets staying unbeaten at 14-0. They go to 20-2. They win 20-2. Mariners get on the board with a 2-run single by Quentin Van Dee, but player of the game, Cal Albright, 3 for 3 with 2 homers, a triple, 3 runs, and 10 RBI. So we will be back here at NBT Field on Wednesday for the Mets against the winner of the Giants-Indians game, which is coming up at KeyBank Field. If you're watching live and are in the Cortland area right now, come on down to Ted Testo Park and check out the action. And we want to thank you for watching this presentation of Crown City Little League from the Cortland Standard. Today's live stream has been brought to you by Arnold's Florist, Bailey Place Insurance, Berkshire Hathaway Heritage Realty, Franky's Fix-It Repair Shop, Homer Men's and Boys and Women's and Girls Store, Tallmadge Tire, The United Way, and Valley Self-Storage. Once again, the final score, the Mets 20 and the Mariners 2 in 3.5 innings. My name is Sam Feely. Thanks for